trade, of course the Syrian conflict, and being Prime Minister were among the wide-ranging subjects of Jacinda Ardern's discussions in her first meeting with the so-called matriarch of the European Union, German Chancellor Angela Merkel. The Prime Minister is seeking to strengthen ties with one of the most powerful and experienced leaders in Europe. And she appears to have got off to a good start with Dr. Merkel, describing the meeting with Jacinda Ardern herself as wonderful. Jacinda Ardern also assured the Chancellor that a kiwi she released into the wild during her visit to New Zealand in 2014 was in good health and gifted her a soft toy replica. Our political reporter Craig McCulloch was there.
The red carpet was rolled out in Berlin, the full military honours. The band, the Guard of Honour, the works. The grand welcome greets every world leader on their first visit to Germany, but for the Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, this was an important one. Angela Merkel is arguably the most powerful leader in the European Union, and with the United Kingdom planning to leave it, New Zealand is in need of more friends. And Jacinda Ardern hopes Germany will be one of them.
Probably at its heart, one of the key focuses for us is continuing to build the strength of those relationships with democracies who share our views and our values, and we certainly consider Germany to be one of those, and certainly under your leadership also.
The two appeared to get along well. Dr. Merkel said the countries share a truly excellent relationship, but she did seem a little taken aback when asked by a reporter, in typical small-town Kiwi fashion, how her meeting with Ms. Ardern had gone.
She wants to know if you found me likeable.
Mein Gott, sieht man uns das nicht an?
I thought you see that it was a wonderful meeting. It's actually, and time flew, and it was nice. It was very, very interesting, and it was fun. So you can be proud of your Prime Minister if you want to write this down for the New Zealand press. This will be the headline, I trust, for tomorrow's papers.
Jacinda Ardern may have preferred that headline. Reporters were more interested in both leaders' comments on Syria and Russia. The two leaders discussed the topics over an hour-long working lunch.
On the whole, we are at one in sharing the same position.
On the whole, but not quite. US, British and French forces fired more than 100 missiles targeting 3 suspected chemical weapons development or storage sites in Syria on Saturday. Angela Merkel has said she supports the action taken in response to a suspected chemical attack. But Ms. Ardern has stopped short, only saying she accepts it.
Whilst we absolutely maintain the need to, first and foremost, seek resolution through the likes of the United Nations, when that is not possible, we utterly accept the use of alternative means to address what has to be challenged, and that is a blatant breach of international law.
So is utterly accepts a step up from accepts alone?
I would say it's the same thing.
It's not a strengthening in your tone?
No, it is the same thing. If you accept something, you accept it.
Dr. Merkel also said Russia shares some responsibility for the suspected attack as an ally of Syria's President Bashar al-Assad, and Ms. Ardern agrees.
We've blatantly said they need to be held to account no matter what the role they took was.
The leaders also discussed free trade, regional security and coalition arrangements. Angela Merkel has long backed beginning trade talks between the European Union and New Zealand, and Ms. Ardern will be hoping her influence can help to sway the other 27 member states when they decide whether to greenlight negotiations for a deal in about a month. The Prime Minister has now travelled to the United Kingdom, where she'll meet her British counterpart Theresa May overnight and the Queen later in the week. From London for Checkpoint, Craig McCulloch.